What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another weekly Oracle and Tarot card reading. For this week, for the week of July 14th through 20th, 2025. Guys, I'm just going to preface and say that this is going to be the last Oracle Tarot card reading, weekly one, for a little while. Not for long. We're going to take some time off just to reorganize, sort of streamline what I want to do with this channel, maybe update some of the members' levels and what's available to members, and that's not to say that these won't return at some point, but it's just going to be on pause for the time being while I sort of restructure what works for me at this time and what I can serve and provide the best for other people. So that gets me to this week's Energy and Oracle Tarot card reading. We have the 3 tarot cards and the oracle card here. All 3 tarot cards are in the reverse position, but I usually read the energy of both up and down anyways, like if they were right side up or upside down. So we have the Fool in the reversed position, the 7 of Wands in the reversed position, and then 4 of Wands reversed. So it's funny that it's not, I don't know if it's like funny, but I prefaced with the message saying that I needed some restructuring in my personal life, and I personally have been feeling a lot of the Saturn retrograde energy already and just what needs to be sort of honed in on at this time in my own life, and that is generally what this reading is about. This is a reading for the collective energies, any general themes, messages, lessons needing to be known at this time. And so right now with the Fool in the reverse position, the Fool symbolizes new beginnings. You know, like there's a potential new beginning not far from us, or maybe we're already in the midst of it. But there's also some hesitation to move forward. Maybe there's a lot of uncertainty that's taking place just because we don't know maybe what the best option for us is yet. Like how to move forward in the best possible way for us that's going to keep us like solid and stable. And with the 7 of Wands here, to me, this indicates perhaps sensing like, or lately feeling an overwhelm. Or maybe it could very well be that in like the first part of this year, we were doing life a certain way, you know, our routine was a certain way, we were committing to a certain amount of things. And it got to the point where they were sort of like not up against us, maybe in some cases they were, but that it was just so many demands that felt like they needed to be met. And now we're at a point where we are preserving our boundaries, we are setting boundaries, we are doing what is best for us, we are speaking and realizing what we need for ourselves at this time to move forward even better, even if that means taking some things off our plates or like restructuring, reanalyzing, refocusing, and coming back to serve and to work and to love and to do what we need to do, but in a way that also serves us, in a way that also keeps our cup full, in a way that's not overwhelming to us, one where we can show up and expend the energy that we have to give the best way possible. And then with the 4 of Wands in the reverse position, this can really indicate a lot of maybe we've achieved a level of self-growth, you know, like maybe we've established some boundaries, or we're finally realizing we're feeling stronger in maybe some characteristic or some shadow work that we've done, or something within ourselves that we're feeling good about. Maybe we're feeling more confident, maybe we're feeling more financially stable. But at the same time, because of this, sorry it's blurry by the way, because of this, it may have like, you know, there may be some tensions or some distance between friends or relatives or people in our lives while we are doing this restructuring that we need to do. You know, maybe some people kind of just not fall by the wayside, but just get put on hold for a while. Or maybe some people don't understand and take it personally and don't understand or respect the boundaries that we're putting in place for ourselves. If that's the case, then those people maybe don't need to be around in the first place. And all of this restructuring, all of this reshaping, all of this moving forward differently is ultimately to serve us better. so that we can continue on this journey, on whatever journey it is, whether it's something within inside ourselves or outside ourselves. We can continue on even better, and from a place of peace, from a place of contentment, not from a place of being in a rush, of feeling pressed, of feeling stressed out with too many commitments. You know, we're only one person and we can only do so much in a day. And how can we give all the things that we want to give our time and our full presence and our full energy, and still have energy left over for ourselves to recharge? So that's where really that I'm feeling this restructuring is taking place for a lot of people, so that we can move through the rest of this year, the rest of our weeks, the rest of this time, with more confidence, more self-assuredness. Maybe we're doing some restructuring for our business. You know, maybe we're taking up something offline so we can just edit for a little while and then put it back even stronger. Maybe we're taking a break in a relationship. I'm not a relationship coach or anything, but maybe we're, just putting some time into ourselves and saying no when we feel the need to say no. I think another thing that I'm kind of getting with this is the importance of tuning into your body and listening to our body's reactions as far as how the body responds to things that we have to do, to tasks that need to be done. You know, Saturn just moved into Aries, and Saturn is all about restructuring. Saturn is all about discipline. So where in our lives can we show up and be more disciplined, but also disciplined in taking care of ourselves? Discipline does not always mean the discipline to do more and produce more and be stressed and just crazy busy. No, discipline is a balance. And when we have a balance of discipline, we are also resting, we are also taking care of ourselves, we are also making things work best for us. Don't worry about what works best for other people. What works best for us, especially if you're a business owner, especially if you have a creative project going. We need to do what works best for us and come from a place of peace, act from a place of peace, act from a place of contentment and be feel joy for the things that we want to bring to the table, for the work that we're doing. And sometimes that involves taking a step back, figuring out some things, and moving forward in a different energy that's more aligned with sustainability and stability and security, and not trying to put too much on our plate. We're batting away the extra tasks now. And so this brings me to the Oracle card, which is the Ancient. And the words underneath are Elder, Experience, and Lessons. Already, I know it aligns. The reason we've gotten to this point with the tarot cards, the reason that we're feeling this need to reset and redo things and restructure and whatever, is because we've learned through however much time has gone on already, and the energy that we've been in and the things that we've been doing, we've learned a lot of what works and we learned a lot of what doesn't work. And so now is the time to implement stronger the things that do work, find new things that work better than the things that didn't work before. And the only way that we've come to learn that is through experience and lessons learned along the way. So in that way, we have gained some wisdom, we have gained some knowledge, we have gained more wisdom of ourselves as well. Perhaps we've leveled up in ways that are necessary to be in alignment with a higher timeline, with the continued timeline, but the higher frequency of it. So I will go ahead and read from the guidebook here as to what the Ancient has to say. This is number 45 in the deck. And it's actually the last card in the deck as well. And the little picture is Haggith in the picture with an owl. So it says, the Ancient is so old she is almost beyond time. She is able to speak the truth without compromise, as are you when this card comes to you. She is so old, has experienced so much, learned and taught so many lessons that she has become powerful and influential, just as you are becoming too. So too are you growing older, coming into wisdom. She knows that while others are now going to come to you for advice and guidance, she sees your humanity, your faults and your flaws and your feelings and unworthiness. She wishes to reassure you. Others will come to you seeking knowledge, awaiting a blessing and initiation, and oblivious to the consequences of the path they wish to walk. Wisdom, true wisdom, understands complexity, and you have developed this quality. The ancient is honorable and human, and yet more than human. And she is courageous and made sacrifices, as have you. She sees straight through comforting illusions, as do you. She represents ancient tradition and the challenge of defining the self, yet remaining within a tradition that you value. And this too is one of your challenges. So take responsibility in your life. You will face the battle of choice, and you will be the antidote to gurus and dominant personalities who claim to have all the answers. The ancient recognizes the challenge of being a teacher. This immersion in a world to learn the ancient arts and venerate wisdom and old ways can be expressed in many forms, but everything you are now learning has value. She is the repository for ancient secrets and the contact between worlds. She is wise, and she has learned to consider every word that falls from her lips, even as she longs to call out for freedom. So, there you have it. That is what Haggith, the Ancient One, or the Ancient, has to say. Gosh, sorry the card's so blurry. It's really cute if it wasn't so blurry. Yeah, anyways. So, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I'm probably going to make this one public just because, to make the announcement and to let everyone know that I am working on just revamping the members section. So if you are a current member, thank you. Then nothing will change as far as well, I don't know, some things may change, but not really. The tarot and oracle card readings will be back. Just gonna figure out a better system that works for me, with the movement of energy this week. And another thing that is coming to me too is this could also have to do, take what resonates and leave the rest always and apply it to your situation, because some of this may have to do with relationships with people too. I just want to say that really quick too. Maybe we've been feeling just the pressing of new connections. Maybe we have a job that involves a lot of emails and a lot of just connecting with other people, or maybe it's not even job related at all. Maybe it's new friends. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe we don't know exactly how we're moving forward in a relationship. Or with new friends and new dynamics. Maybe we're questioning if they're aligned. And so the energy this week is supportive of figuring out those answers, of seeing what is aligned and what is deserving of our time, and spending our energy where we can with the energy that we have to give, and not overspending our energy. So guys, let me know in the comments if any of this resonated. We just had a full moon. Saturn is retrograde. It might not be the only retrograde planet. There might be some more. But yeah, I hope that this was helpful to someone. I hope it resonates for you. As always, just take what resonates, like I said, and leave the rest. Stay tuned for more of these at some point to come. We'll see. Of course, I'll make announcements and everything. But I hope everyone has a good week ahead. Just think of the Ancient One. Think of the wisdom that we have gained to get us to this point, to make these changes and to move forward even better than before. Because we're on that path. So, peace everybody, and until next time.